Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Stable video. To Today we have a quest with WAOLF HALL INN. Or well actually at WAOLF HALL INN. Do you believe that? It's been ages since I was here to actually do something. And it was usually like very short time period, so I never really spent time here. But finally, we have some actual quests here. It's unbelievable. Honestly, I did not expect it to happen at all. I mean, maybe at some point in the future, but didn't expect it to be now. It was like all of a sudden. But I'm very excited because, well, this is the new reputation we got, and this is the Valhalla reputation that's been sitting here for ages, and it was bothering me because I couldn't finish it. Because as you may notice over the Let's Plays, you've probably seen that like almost everything I can, except that I was lazy, is literally maxed out. Like, if it's not maxed out, then it's something I wasn't able to do. But now, finally, let's jump into the quests. I am excited to see what's gonna happen. I need to put some turrets. What's on their mind? Hello, Linda. Woolholin is currently hosting some guests from abroad. I wish I could say that things are going smoothly, but something seems to be bothering them, and they refuse to tell me what. Can you talk to them? As the innkeeper, I want to ensure their stay is as good as possible, but they aren't telling me what's wrong. Perhaps out of courtesy? Courtesy? Courtesy, I think? So we have a equestrian family, and I don't know who else. Okay, let me introduce the tourists that are currently staying with us. Then you can ask them what's bothering them. Okay. A family staying here has been bickering for a while. I've only overheard the bits and pieces, but it sounds like they're undecided on what to do with their free time. Perhaps they'd appreciate an outsider's perspective. Another one is one of our guests is a botanist. I know what it means, but I don't know how to pronounce it honestly. Who's scouting the area as part of her research. She's also looking for a location to hold conferences. Ed's excited as this sounds like a potential for event more for even oh my god more guests in the future. I've seen her grumbling and mumbling to herself primarily when in the cafeteria. I worry something may be wrong with the food we serve. Can you ask her what's wrong? She says everything is fine when I ask, so I think she's holding back her thoughts out of politeness. Probably, yeah. Let's meet the equestrian family. Hello, dearie. How can I help you? I'm sorry, dearie. Are we blabbering too loud? Actually, are you a local? You might be able to help us. Oh, yes. We've been driving around York to look at the different stables to decide which one to send our daughters to next summer. Oh, we know right the place. Our stay included a few extra days in case something unplanned happened, so now have a few nights remaining with nothing planned. Do you have any recommendations for relaxing activities? We would preferably not have to drive after driving so much lately. When in York, the best thing to do is ride horses, though. Yeah, your mother is tired of driving to the stables, but respect that. We should try to find something else to do. But Dad, oh dear, looks like they're all riled up again. I had to try and calm them down, but let us know if you can think of something for us to do in the area. Before you go, that man over there looks like he wants to talk with you. Oh, I heard everything, Linda. They're not being particularly discreet after all. Let's put on our thinking caps to solve this situation. Our clientele is looking for something to do in the nearby area. This is sure to repeat itself with guests coming here for conferences and then having a few hours to themselves. What activities can we suggest that take place in the great outdoors. It's time for my thinking cap. Now, where did I put it? Oh god. Ah, there we go. The ideas are now flowing freely in my mind. Many hotels and inns often have a pamphlet stand with suggested events and activities, so why don't we? There's a barbecue pit nearby up the hill. Go grab some photos and I'll start writing. I have to include directions to the location and where we sell food and picnic baskets. Why are you still here? Go take photos with your phone. Your phone doesn't have a good camera. What a antique looking brick do you own? I thought all the young kids were all about having the latest model and make. Very well, you can borrow my camera. Just return it when you're done. Well, that's interesting. Fun fact, my phone is actually lost. It's been stolen. Recently, like a few days ago, and hoping the police will find it. Unfortunately, I'll probably lose all the photos and shit. Yeah. Anyways, if you have any tips on how to back up for where is the oh just damn. Even the quests are not as they used to be. Anyways, if you have any tips on like backing photos from Google Photos, but I turned it off on my phone because I didn't have enough Google Drive. Yeah, Google Disk Drive space, whatever. So I turned it off. Stupid me. Um, and I don't know. It says backup incomplete. I don't know if I can somehow initiate the backup again through my PC. Don't know if that's a thing. So if anyone here is like a computer whiz or something, please hit me up. I need desperate help. Also, Yuli did help me out, but I only managed to like retract photos from like first month or two of owning the phone, cause after that I turned it off. Yay me. Also, WhatsApp messages, even though they were backing up, they're gone, and it's really sad. So, you done? Let me take a look at the photos. Mm, yes, this is great, but one spot isn't enough. People like having choices. They say that the locals often know the best spots for everything. Could you go ask Miss Spike, I'm sorry, if she knows any good picnic areas around Greendale? Also, seeing as the road wasn't a traversable for some time while on your way, make sure to keep an eye out for anything that might make it difficult for tourists to find their way through Greendale. Also, take note of things that might help. Before we go do that, let's talk to this girl over here. Oh, hello. Oh god. Look like something's bothering me and you're wondering if it concerns the inn? Well, sort of. Will you hear me out? Mother Nature is wonderful. Greendale Forest nearby is proof of that, but nature can only provide so much if we keep indiscriminately taking from her. I came here to study the local flora. Several wild plants are getting rarer in the wild. While GD has certainly worsened the situation, they aren't the only ones at fault here. Isn't it a bit much to compare others to GD? Is there anything we can do to help? I'm brainstorming some ideas actually. WAOLF HALL INN's current menu includes a plant, your usual wild theme. That's in decline in the wild but is relatively easy to grow if you know how to care for it. The seeds of the plant should have started to mature at this point, so I was thinking of collecting some to give to the inn while also giving them some feedback on how they can be more sustainable. That's really nice. You want to help? That's very kind of you, thanks. You can move about so much faster than I since you have a horse, so could I ask you to collect some seeds? Here's a reference sheet so you know what to look for. I heard that they grow in the forest nearby. Perfect. Where we're going then, anyways. I'm glad I chose to check her as well. It's so weird having so many people here. I never expected this, honestly. Anyways, hopefully the quest is not too long. Point the road sign should help us find their destination. That was perfect. Right, let's talk to Miss Pike. Hello, what can I do for you? Haven't talked to her in ages, bro. I'd ask you to talk to me about the area. Well, we have a barbecue pit here and a nice area right next to our house where you can hold a picnic. We certainly wouldn't mind an increase in foot traffic and company, especially if they may also hold an interest in fishing. There's also a nice area in the forest with a grand view if they rather have some privacy. Let me show you where on the map these places are so you and the guests don't get lost. Unfortunately, the map doesn't have the small roads on it, but maybe you can draw them or take photos to help tourists find their way. Take care now. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. Alrighty. Let me take a look to make sure you collect the receipts from the right plant. Yep, that's the right ones. The original wild team. Thank you for your hard work. So I should be ready to talk to the inn owner now. The operative word here is should. The guy seems a bit eccentric and intense. I don't know how to best approach him. You know him? Then could I ask you for another favor and talk to him to see if he'd be open to the idea of making his business and the menu more sustainable? I love how Star Stable is actively working on this problem, and they're implementing in the game to inspire players to do so. It's pretty cute. Linda, I had another great business idea. I had an excellent idea for a tourist activity that will surely cater to many guests at WAOLF Hall Inn. Yes, by combining the interests of horses and ecotourism, the inn should cover the biggest interests of those wanting to visit Europe. I made a deal with the people at Goldful Farm and asked them to set up a small beginner-friendly race nearby. Holy fuck! However, I got some their equipment sent here instead of directly to the person setting everything up. You have something that you wish to talk about for improving the inn? Well, I need to finish the last of my thoughts before thinking on any more mental tasks. So how about you deliver the equipment and try out the race meanwhile? Welcome back. I trust you found some more scenic picnic areas. You got some nice photos of the areas. Yeah, I did. Nice, very nice. These scenic photographs are definitely going to draw in the very travelers looking for a peaceful picnic for barbecue. Apologies, I couldn't help but over here. Are these areas available to the public? Why, yes, and they all had their unique selling points. In what kind of scenery you'd prefer? Which one would you recommend then? The view up the hill is absolutely breathtaking, nothing more relaxing than the sounds of water. The forest feels like you step into another world. I love water, so that does sound wonderful. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I'm glad that it worked out in the end. Thanks to my business sense and your willingness to help, we've accomplished our goal of providing our guests with something to do. With a destination in mind, they now need the food to enjoy their outing. Go get a picnic basket from the stand behind the inn up the hill, but not the hill to the barbecue pit, and give it to the family. I'll finish the pamphlet so they'll find their way. Oh my goodness. And then we get a race. Oh, a picnic basket, thank you. What a great gift. Thank you so much, dearie, for going out of your way to find us something to do. Ooh. I heard from to help him take photos and write about the surrounding area where guests can go to have a picnic. I also saw the parents of the Byron family look very content as they carried a large picnic basket to the car. Hopefully they'll set their differences aside and have a lovely evening. Oh, and I got a... Oh, here are the boats. And we got a barbecue set. Is that? Yeah. Let's go to the race. Oh. Molly. Thanks for the delivery. Is there something else I can help you with? You're with WAOLF Hall INN and here to try out the race? Nice. It is not easy to do creative work in a vacuum, so having a writer to consult will help. Mr. Field came to me after negotiating a deal with Angus and I do? A golf farm. I don't know the details, but we hope we'll get some of the visitors from the inn. I manage the racetrack server at Golf Farm, so I was asked to set up a new race for Wolf Hall since I know the Greendale area well. But that's enough background. You look like you'd have no problem completing it. I'll time you to add some challenge to it. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it's really fun. Okay, my opinion on the race. It's really simple, really basic. It's nice to relax your mind. Shortcuts are freaking obvious, and yeah, I like the race as it's like simple and all, but it's not really fun. It's not really challenging, honestly. For like a more experienced player, I wouldn't consider it very fun, honestly. Good job. Not that there was any doubt you could do it. I still need to expand the race a bit and replace the obstacles with something that better fits the scenery. Moving a bunch of poles is a lot easier than actual logs, you know? I could really use more of your help later if you have the time. Thanks for now. Maybe they changed the race a bit, like add another race, I'm not sure, but for now it's very simple, really beginner friendly. However, I would not put it anywhere near my favorite races. When I think about my favorite races, I actually like the Greendale races a lot because they're very difficult. I remember being so fucking lost that I asked a friend to help me out because I was so confused where to go and always failed the hardest race in Greendale. Excellent! You're back in one piece. Now let's talk about how we can further attract visitors to the inn. One of the guests has some suggestions on improving my business from a sustainable point of view. I can't make any promises, but I'll hear them out. Send them my way. Nice. Hopefully it's gonna work out. I should stay nearby since she was so nervous about talking to Ed. Okay. Both of them are frowning. Let's ask what's wrong. Oh. Oh, hi Linda. I look defeated. Ed told me that he gets all the food from his suppliers. I mean, of course he does. Chefs don't go out to pick things in the wild themselves. I feel so stupid. I'm so sorry I wasted your time collecting the seeds for me. I tend to get tunnel vision when I've thought of a solution to a problem. Not all is wasted, dear guest. I've now learned about the vulnerable state of the plant and will limit my purchasing of it. Just because it didn't work out the first time doesn't mean that the whole idea was wrong. Why not give the seeds and information to Miss Pike? Oh, that's an option. Linda could ask you to ride out to deliver them. Truth is, I'm feeling a bit embarrassed and out to ought, I don't know, to take some time to think before I rush headfirst into my next problem to solve. Just a word before you go. I have some thoughts to share before you go. In all honesty, I'm not sure that Miss Pike can do about the endangered plant situation other than just educating her that the plant is endangered. Much like her name implies she's a fisher, not a farmer, I don't think it's fair to assume she'd be willing to grow the plants as part of her business. But it's also unfair for me to assume that she would do based on her name either, so you best talk to her. After all, my name implies that I'd perhaps be a farmer and not the stellar business owner and entrepreneur that I am. Your name would imply that you are. Never mind. I shouldn't waste more time on idle chatter when I have to continue to think about growing my business. There's a girl over there, that one, the one who's waving. She's been looking in our direction for a while. I suspect she might have something she wants to say to you. It's about the race. Hi again, do you have the time to try the updated race? I'd really appreciate it if you tried out the rework I made for the race. You have a favor to do on the other side of Greenhill, no worries, you don't have to do the full race if you don't have the time. The big changes are to the start of it, so just do the parts that are on the way to your destination. Maybe we can do the other half when you return. This is interesting. Multitasking, hell yeah. So she replaced the obstacles. Interesting. More shortcuts, honestly. A delivery? Oh dear, I never knew that the Eurasian wild team, I don't know, was a vulnerable species. It has always been so abundant in the area even when I was growing up. We often use it to season soups and grilled fish. It would be a shame to not be able to eat those dishes in the future. So of course we'll take heed. Thank you for sharing this information with us. But what are these seeds you're giving me? It's nice to see the environmental initiative from WAOLF Hall INN. We're proud of what we do and we have to take care of the environment that gives us so much. I don't have any need for the seeds, however. I don't have any flower pots nor the green thumbs to grow plants. It's a miracle that our roses here are both hardy and healthy. Perhaps it's for the best if you give them back to Mother Nature, spread them around in the forest. I, uh, I guess the inn really wanted me to have these. I'm sorry, but I really don't have any use for them. If you're worried about making them sad by telling them the truth of what happened here, well, sometimes a white lie might be for the best. That's something that you'll have to decide. Take some time to decide what you want to do before heading home. Have you made up your mind? As for spreading the seeds, why not ride around the forest with the seed pouch open, letting them drop out as you jump and make your way back to the inn? That's a cool idea. Wait. Okay, you're back. How did it go? Well, don't keep me waiting. Ho ho ho. Say that everything is dandy. Seeds in the forest. Ooh. Mm, maybe be real. Um, I guess so. I'm sad it didn't work out in the end with the seeds, but at least she now knows that the plant is in danger. Wow. Well, thank you for telling me how it went. Now I can relax and not feel so guilty about the menu at the cafe. Remember, you should celebrate the small victories too. We made a good team, didn't we? Thanks for hearing me out. I guess what's left for me to do is what I came here for, some rest and relaxation. Is this the end of the quest? Looks like the dark clouds over our botanist guest have dispersed. Thank you. And before I forget, Ed told me that the inn is setting up will be available for you to ride whenever you want once it's ready. I'm paraphrasing, but it sounded like it was a thanks for your help. Thank you so much for listening and helping out with everyone's troubles. Ooh, that looks nice. I hope that in the future you'll swing by WAOLF HALL INN again, whether it be for rest or because your next adventure brings you here. Well, that's nice. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And I'm glad that the stats are beautiful. Echo a pleasure saddle pad in green. It's luxurious green reminiscent of your Eugene forests. It's very nice. I'll probably wear it, but not anytime soon. Anyways, that would be it from today's quest. Oh god. We really do get so little reputation here, but fine. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. It wasn't too long. It was like a 13-minute quest thing. It's very nice. I hope you enjoy and see ya very soon actually to complete the Baroness racetrack. Bye everyone!